family, it's me. I have another recipe for you today I thought you might like. I'm going to do a flavorful shrimp salad to go on a wrap. So I hope you like it, and let's get started. Okay, I have some water here, and this is boiling, bringing it up to a boil. And I'm going to put my shrimp in there. I'm going to leave the tail on my shrimp because I want the water to be flavorful. Once the shrimp comes out, I will then take the tail off and chop it to go in the salad. But first, before that, we're going to start out with some celery. Now, what I'm going to do with the celery is I'm just going to do it in sections like this first. If your celery has got a lot of green and it's thick, you can take a vegetable peeler and go ahead and peel some of that off. But this one's pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to do maybe about this much, and I'm going to dice this really fine. This is sort of a chunky shrimp salad, but it's good. The celery gives it a lot of flavor. Nice and fine. Especially if you don't like a lot of celery or you don't like the taste of it, you can just put just a little bit. I like it in this dressing, the dressing that I'm going to make. So I'm going to do a whole stalk, but it's up to you really. Okay, so there's our celery. Okay, next I'm going to do the same thing with some carrots. So these are ones that are pre-washed, the little ones you get in the supermarket. I'm just going to go ahead and cut them in half so they don't roll out from under me when I'm dicing them up. And I'm just going to take them. Again, I don't want real big chunks of carrot, so I'm just going to dice them up like that. Okay, let me do that again so you can see. So I just take the half that I made, and I make two, 1, 2, and then starting on the end, really small little dices, keeping my fingers curled under so I don't cut my finger off. Okay, let me do another one. This is gonna end up making about 2 to 3 wraps. And I have 6 to 8 shrimp, depending on the size of the shrimp. If it's a bigger shrimp, I have 7 here, I think. That should be fine. If you have little ones, of course, you want to use a little bit more. Okay, coming along. Okay, I got 1 more to go. My water's getting there. It's almost time to put the shrimp in. Okay. Last little bunch to dice up. Okay. So now we have carrots. Now I'm also going to add a little bit of cucumber because I'm all about vegetables. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just think it'll make it taste delicious. Get the edge off of that. Okay, I'm going to about this much, and I'm going to just do a dice. Just want to bulk up my salad a little bit with a little flavor. Okay, so that's pretty good. That should do it. Throw that in there. Okay, so now we have our mixture of celery, carrots, and a little bit of cucumber. Okay, so now the next thing that's going to happen is shrimp's getting, it's getting warm, so we're getting there. To this, I'm going to add some mayo. Now this is homemade mayo. I have a lot of lemon in it. I'm just going to put a spoonful of it like that. because I made it myself, but you can use any mayo. Maybe you want to squirt in just a little bit of lemon because this is a seafood dish. I also have some plain yogurt. Let me wash this so I don't get that into my yogurt. Okay, so I'm just going to take a nice big scoop of the yogurt. So I have 2 different flavors. It cuts down on the fat. It gives it a little bit of a tang. I really like it. Okay, so my water's starting to really start to simmer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my shrimp in there and let them keep an eye on it while I'm adding the other ingredients. Okay, so next, let's clean up my workspace a little bit here. Okay, okay, now let's stir this up. Get everything kind of incorporated. Now I'm going to start to add my seasonings. This is pretty bland right now. There's not much in it. So we're going to go ahead and start with about 1/4 teaspoon of dill. Actually, 1/2 teaspoon. A generous 1/2 teaspoon. And 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt. 1/2 teaspoon of onion salt. 1 teaspoon of Old Bay. And I'm going to put a splash of Worcestershire. I'll say maybe 1/2 teaspoon will do. Of Worcestershire sauce for flavor. And I'm just going to put a splash of white wine vinegar in there. Maybe a little bit more of the Worcestershire. Okay, now we're going to mix this all up. So we got everything but the shrimp, but the shrimp's going to be ready pretty soon. It's already starting to turn a little bit pink. Okay, so the only thing I don't have in here right now is pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and do some fresh ground pepper. Stir it up. Now I'm going to taste for seasonings. The only thing I don't have, also, I didn't put salt in because we have celery salt and onion salt, so it doesn't seem like it might need any. I think that's enough salt. No, it's not bad. I think it needs, it might need a little bit more salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and just add a dash of salt, maybe 1/4 teaspoon or so, just to take the tang out of it. And the vinegar, it's really good though. Okay, I'm going to taste it one more time. Okay, it's going to be ready to receive the shrimp. And the shrimp are ready because they're pink. Never really came to a boil, just stayed at a simmer, but they are ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out of here. So I want to take off the tail, chop it up. Okay, turn that off. Okay, so here's my shrimp. So I'm going to quickly, and these already have been deveined as well, so I don't have to worry about that. Just going to take off the tail. soon as they're able to be held. Okay, so now get my little strainer. I'm going to throw these back in here and just run some cold water to stop the cooking. Okay, so I've run cold water over these shrimp, cooled them down, and now I'm ready to cut them. I would say bite-sized chunks. This is one kind of largest shrimp cut 3 times. So I'm just going to dump it in there. One. This one I got 4 pieces out of. Depending on, like I said, it depends on the size of the shrimp. Okay. And certainly you could add more shrimp than this if you want. Yeah, most of these are coming out to be 4 pieces. Because you don't want it so minuscule that you don't taste any shrimp. Shrimp's the best part, right? So you should have chunks. Okay. Now, I'm going to mix this all together. And let the shrimp just enjoy the mayo and yogurt. Okay. Now I'm ready to start assembling. So let me move these spices and things out of my way. Those in the sink. Okay, I'm going to grab my tortilla. Okay, so this is a flour tortilla. I am just going to throw it in here and let it warm up a little bit. The microwave about 10 to 15 seconds tops. It just helps so it can be pliable and tastes better when it's cooked a little bit too, I think. Okay, that ought to do it. Yep, that's good. It's nice and pliable, it's warm, it's kind of cooked a little bit. And now I'm ready to take my shrimp salad. I'm gonna lay it in here, make sure I get a little bit of everything. This would make 3 easily. Okay. My Lacey loves shrimp salad this way. Right, Lace? I know you're watching. Hopefully you're watching. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start to roll this up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna spread it out a little more. I can actually put a little more on here. Okay, there we go. Give it all a little bit. Okay, now you just roll this up and turn this in as well. And oops, voila, we got a shrimp roll. So let me grab a dish. I'll put it right here. Then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut this. And there you have it. Make sure you can see the goodness of the inside. One shrimp roll. Enjoy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.